welcome to another Money Morning Routine. It's been a while. I got back from my Switzerland trip. I am back. A lot of things to do. So I did not do anything for my personal budget and spending. I was only using my vacation savings for that trip for spending. So got a lot to do when I got back. Everything in white here is what came out of my checking account. And there's a couple of things I have to do. One, I have to get updated with highlighting my spending. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I got updated completely with my spending and the highlighting. So what I also have to do though, all of these different bills came out of my account. And one of the ways that I quickly glance and see what bills I still have to come out is looking over here at my blank white boxes in my bills area. So Hulu did come out. I saw that for $18.52. So write that down. TOD came out for $100. HBO Max came out for $18.36. I feel like all the streaming services are rising their prices. Did you recently see the current increase hike on the YouTube TV? It's outrageous. It's now reaching almost $100 a month. It's something that I'm paying attention to and looking at as far as the different subscription services I have. That is something I'm looking at. So $47.56 for Peloton, our joint account, that's an investment. Avista came out, which is our utilities, for $6.93. Our home security, $61.67. All right, and then Netflix with $25.04. Okay, so, and then Chewy also came out, I saw, for $232.07. Now, you can look very quickly now. There's only 2 blank boxes, meaning there's only 2 bills that I'm waiting to clear from my checking account for the month of December, our life insurance and that YouTube TV. So just a quick way to see, okay, well, I have $1,234 in my checking account. Yes, I have enough money to cover the 2 bills that I have coming out of that checking account. All right, so those are 2 things that I wanted to get done. The other thing I needed to get done is I did have some cash spending before I left and when I got back. So let's currently look at that. All right, so food. Let's go in here to food. I have a receipt for food right here, and this is for yolks. I did a little grocery haul when I got back. So let's count how much money I have left to spend in for food. $7.37 is what I have left to spend. I went to yolks, $12.22, which was yesterday. All right, and I spent $96. Now you can see on my receipt, it says $95.14, but remember, I always round up to the nearest dollar. I save my change. All right, if you want to see me count and break open my $5 challenge jar, I'm going to be doing that on the last day of December. I'm always looking out for 5s because I want to try to accumulate as many 5s as I can for that. It's very exciting. I can't wait to see how much I've saved from doing that challenge. Scanning this into Fetch Rewards. So now we need to write that down on cash spending. So on 12/22, I went to yolks. It's a food purchase and I spent $96. Okay, so that's tracked and ready. Heck, why don't we go ahead and just highlight it now? But before I left, I went and got a little spa day done. I got my nails done, did some things, and I wanted to pay cash for that, but I didn't have enough to cover it from just my beauty envelope. So I went a little haywire, knowing that I would be gone until the last kind of end of the month here. So I took money from, I still have $50 in my household, but I took money from pets, because see, $0. And I can't remember what day it was that I went, but I'm just going to put spa minus 50. So I know what I spent it on. I also took all of my miscellaneous. That was another 50. So I'm going to put spa minus 50, bringing this down. I took all of my beauty. So I'm going to say spa minus 50, bringing that down to 0, and another spa. Okay. I remember I just took all the cash that I had in my other envelopes that I knew I was not going to use when I got back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $450. So that's $200 that I ended up spending at the spa, and that sounds about right. So I'm going to write that down here. So can't remember what date it was, because It was when let's just say the 6th, and we'll just spa. This would be beauty purchase, and we're going to put $200 there. All right, so that was kind of a last minute decision. I recently took off my nails that I had on. I had some fake nails on. I went back. These are just my natural nails. And I just did some dip powder on them, some red, festive, Christmassy color red. Like I said, I just went back to my natural nails. I do my own dip at home. So if I'm not doing anything fancy like the tips and the acrylics, and having someone else do them, I just do a really easy dip process at home. It saves me a ton of money. I'll make sure to put a video pop up right now to watch how I do my dip at home to save some money. I'm also taking off my eyelashes today. I'm going back to natural lashes again for the new year, getting rid of some of these expenses. I put my lashes on for some holiday vacations that I had since October. So I've had my lashes on since October, November, and then taking them off in December. So I always say, though, I like taking my lashes off and just doing my natural lashes. It's just easier when you're on vacation because you don't have to bring your mascara and do all the things. So I'm ready to take them off. Okay. So all of my spending has been updated. Okay. Everything in my wallet, everything in my checking account. The next thing I want to show you for my morning routine video is it is very important that we start thinking about the new year. And I apologize for the lighting. I'm doing this before any light is out. New year. If you are using a budget by paycheck workbook, and even if you're not, I hope you are starting to think about how to be the most successful that you can be in the new year. That means preparing, prepping, planning, and then taking action on those things, okay? It's one thing to say, oh, I'm going to prep my workbook, or I'm going to set some financial goals. That's just one part of the equation. You have to have a plan to take action and then actually take action to get those things accomplished. So I started doing a couple different things, and we've talked about this before. I'll be doing another reel for my Instagram showing this. We talked about, I solidified my financial plan, my goals. I solidified and got all of my membership and subscriptions written down and make sure I know which budgets those are going to be coming out of. I got my visual trackers for my savings goals done and ready. I got my yearly spending overview prepped and ready to go. And I got my budget category organizer ready so I am consistent with the way I'm tracking my spending so I can notice trends so I can make better financial decisions. Another thing that I'm going to be working on, actually when I get done with the video, is I'm doing this later. Usually I do my monthly budget calendar like the middle of the month before. But because I was on vacation, I'm coming back late. Don't worry, I'm getting started. This will be finalized and ready today. I'm also not finance related, but I'm also finalizing my 2025 my race schedule, my running races. So I sign up for multiple marathons, multiple 10Ks, multiple half marathons. And I use those strategically as training runs to prepare for my higher mileage runs, like my 50Ks and my ultras. So a lot of planning goes into that so it all works out the best way possible in my training schedule and program. I'm also restarting the $5 challenge in January. Here's what I have a goal. In January, I have a goal to stuff 5 envelopes for my 100 envelope challenge. Now, with my January budget here, I no longer have a 100 envelope challenge like goal in my savings goals area here on my budget. I'm just going to be using money that I don't spend from my cash envelopes. That's the money that I'm going to be using to fund my 100 envelope challenge. That's how I'm going to go about that in the new year for that challenge. But like I said, first things first, getting this January calendar ready and done and finalized today so I can sit down tomorrow and start finalizing my January paycheck budget tracker. Also, another change that I'm making to January, I'm going cashless for all of my cash envelopes in January except for one, my food. I feel like I'm pretty good now with my household, my pets, beauty, and fun categories. I will also keep cash for miscellaneous as well. My checking account cushion covers any online spending, any bills that are higher than expected in my checking account. My miscellaneous cash envelope helped me cover unexpected expenses that pop up in between paydays. Okay, it's just good to have that extra cash. We all know that there are things that come up outside of our emergency fund that we have to take care of, whether it's an unexpected birthday party, a school activity for your child, something like that. I feel like it always happens every month. Prepare and plan so you have money set aside. So one, you're not relying on debt, and two, you're not messing up or dipping into other areas of cash flow for your budget and your spending. I'll be showing a little bit later. I'm going to be taking a break the rest of the week because we have Christmas Eve and Christmas. I'll be back on Monday with a full recap of my Switzerland spending. So that is my money with me.